Today, we're unboxing the CARF-Models Diablo. It comes from the factory in one box. We're ready to go. Let's check out the inside. Here it comes. Just open the lid here. See all the parts in there pretty nicely. One big box. Everything is contained really nicely in here. And it all comes with these types of bags, wings and stabs, and all those types of parts are in bags you can use temporarily. I'm a big fan of the Revoc bags. I think Ray will be ordering some of those for this one too. But here we go. This Diablo is for Ray Labani. I'm going to put it together here in the next few weeks. Check out the color swap. This is cool. I like the airbrush work. It looks really nice. Flawless paint work. A lot of people think that the Mephisto and the Diablo are the same plane. They're not. I mean, they're kissing cousins, right? This is a smaller version. A bunch of little improvements made. You can see in the back here the carbon fiber helps with control at center, so it's not quite so sensitive. There's a little drag. Also, the way that the stabilizers go together is different. And it already comes pre-installed in, and this just has like a half piece in here. And this elevator already has inside of it, you can't see it, but it already has a piece inside that engages it. So basically you'll turn these 90 degrees and you slide them together and turn them, it locks them in. So no more screws to mess with like on the Mephisto. You see this has the washers, one on each side here, already pre-installed here. Very cool, nice color scheme, they show up well. Really nice work, look at that, beautiful. And this airplane is just a basic kit, so it's not plug and play or anything like that. I'll be putting all the servos and radio gear and stuff in it here shortly. Let's check out the wings. Same scheme as the stabs, really cool airbrushing. And look at that in the light there, they're perfect. I mean, this looks so nice and clean. On the bottom here. So these don't have any gear doors, super simple. Kind of like the Mephisto, where they stick out partially out the bottom of the wing here. Servo bay, double carbon horn there. This is the inside here, and look how clean this stuff is. Nice big standard CARF anti-rotation pins with the white knobs that go on. And on the end here we have the winglets that go on, and you can see that they use a magnet to hold them on, just like on the Mephisto. Works great, really nice. Right, next up is the top of the fuselage. I cut the tape, they're kind of taped together, these pieces. Here's the hatch. And with it, I'll take that apart here in a second. And then I have the bag with all the wing tubes and everything in the bottom of the fuselage. All right, here's the vertical stabilizer. This looks very Mephisto-esque, except has there's both tubes there. One bolt in the front holds it down, just like the other. Kind of hard to see here in the black. This right there, really nice clean cut for the servo. And carbon fiber arms, super nice. Very cool. Okay, here's the fuselage out of the wrapping here. You can see all this stuff here. It's wrapped in paper so that the bubble wrap doesn't stick to it in shipping. So it's paper, then bubble wrapped on the outside, really nicely done. And paint looks flawless. I don't see a ding or anything on this from shipping, which is fantastic. Inside this one, because Ray had ordered the tube and the tanks and stuff with it, so these are in here. I'll take them out when we get down to the shop later for accessories and pieces in here. And then there's the accessory bag, which has the winglets and the top wing for the T-canalizer for the top of the canopy here, and then the wing tubes and stuff are in here as well. You can hear that. So, little accessories bag. This one goes together a lot like the Bolt. So if you look at the front of the canopy here, the plane gets actually really short. So for transportation, I'll take some measurements for you guys, but this fuselage is not that long. So if you need a little bit more space, you can just pull the canopy off, and you're going to take off, gosh, probably over a foot, maybe 13, 14 inches, something like that. I'll get some measurements, that way you can kind of see what you need for travel and for putting it in a vehicle, that kind of thing. That's what's beautiful about this, is that not only is it extremely high performing and in some ways better than Mephisto, but it's also a little easier to live with every day. So let's put it together, take a peek at it, and see what she looks like all together here. Here's a view of the fuselage all together. The canopy fits really nice and tight. You can see where it joins right here together. Goes up and around. Nice thing too is the way there's no screw in the front on this one. Obviously the way that the fuselage ends differently than the Mephisto. So there's just one little screw right here. Take the canopy off. It just slides in with lock tabs. Works really good. And the color scheme looks fantastic on this thing. I am not a yellow fan on airplanes, oddly enough, but Ray picked a nice color scheme for this. This really pops. Something different here too, being that it's a little bit smaller, simpler setup for the elevators. So one servo here on each side versus, push rods and other stuff that were in the Mephisto. Simple setup with this one. Notice how wide the wing root is here on this too. Pretty fat wing root. Helps with the slow speed, helps with the transition in from forward flight to 3D and back out from 3D to forward flight. So a little more stable in some perspectives. Well, let's get this down into the shop and stick it all together and see what she looks like. Inside the airplane were some of these accessories you saw earlier. So there's carbon fiber parts for the thrust tube. All the hardware clearly labeled by part of the airplane. You see some of the mounting for the fuel tank. That's actually carbon fiber mount there. And here's the mechanism for the thrust. So that's the thrust vectoring and also the tube. Check this thing out. She looks beautiful all together. Look at the finish on this. Really nicely done. Looks good in all angles. Beautiful, beautiful work. She's about ready to go. Over the next few weeks, we'll be stuffing it with all of its gear, getting it ready to fly. Follow along on Facebook or Instagram, or go to CARF-Models.com for more information on the Diablo.